There's no place to escape to.
This is the last street.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Today is a sad day. Eddie Van Halen has passed on.
He is shredding in heaven. Can we play
shredding in heaven? Can we play Eddie Van Halen?
Can we? Are we allowed to?
Are we allowed to play a little bit of Eruption? Just a tiny bit of Eruption?
Let's play. Just say, what are they going to do? I mean, let's do it. All right, Eddie Van Halen. He's not going to sue us. He
Fucking
can't do
call
that.
your stepfather right now. I want you to call your stepfather. I want you to call anybody you know who works at a cigar shop. Where is Sammy Hagar?
Where is Sammy Hagar?
That's true.
Who would have thought Willie would have outlasted Eddie Van Halen? Who would have thought? Whoa!
The one, the only Eddie Van Halen. If you think there's anybody else like Van Halen, no, you could take your Lady Gaga and you could shut him right up your what? Stick him up your who?
Whoa! That's Fred Durst.
Get it?
Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine said Eddie Van Halen was our generation's Mozart.
Fuck Mozart, man. He's not Eddie Van Halen. Man, fuck that
Mozart.
shit. Van Halen, dude. There's only so much we can really show.
Yeah.
Well, it is unbelievable.
And that's why today we're actually cutting the stream short, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys, this is a special surprise for you.
Oh.
New Rick and Morty coming up right now.
Rick and Morty.
Right now.
Right now.
Here
Show
it
us.
is.
Right now.
Let's do one. Let's show one.
Just go for it. Go for it.
Fuck yeah, no. No Rick and Morty. Only Eddie Van Halen. For the rest of the day, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you mess with me like that again, Zebrowski, I'll have your neck. Wow.
The fucking finger tapping.
Look at that. It almost looks like you're doing that with air.
This is the only thing I learned how to do on the guitar where I look at it, I was just thinking,
With cash. Wow, very exciting.
Eddie Van Halen, man, rocking up in the afterlife, if there is one.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of music, Marcus Parks, he is our honorary music historian.
Yes.
All about music, and you also know all about fun videos because today's your mandate.
It is my mandate. And you know what? Let's just go. Let's just start it off. Let's just go right in. Let's go in. Let's go in hot.
Turkey Slurpee.
Whoa! Was that footage from my refrigerator?
Let's see it again. Let's see it. Let's see it again.
Turkey Slurpee.
Whoa!
I like her.
Turkey Slurpee.
Turkey Slurpee. Turkey Slurpee.
I've seen that video before. My God. You know, I don't like that kind of turkey, though. That's the very thin sliced turkey that you get that comes all wrapped up in itself, and it's just not good turkey.
Sawyer on the stream says your congrats on the big article for No Dogs in Space in Auxiliary Magazine.
Yes, that's right. Of course, Auxiliary Mag. We were featured in Auxiliary Magazine, and it's pretty fucking sweet. We haven't read it yet, but
yeah, hopefully it's not some fucking slam piece
about the nerd podcasters. I am just happy that the audience knows what that is because Marcus shared the good news with Henry and I, and we said, "Now is that nice?"
I just didn't know. I remember
what it is.
seeing Auxiliary Magazine on the shelves because I used to work in the magazine section at Porter's.
Yeah,
but
it's
we
cool
only know
magazine.
like Henry and I. If you would have told us it was in Cherry or Daddy's Like Bikes or
Daddy's Like Bikes. Because honestly, some of the articles in that is how I found some of my favorite films.
Yeah, absolutely. So
like what? What did you discover in Daddy's Like Bikes?
Uncle Gregory teaches Sasha how to golf. There was Fire Women Academy.
How does Uncle Gregory teaches Sasha how to golf? How does that end?
She is not good at golf, and she does not get better at it. That's for certain.
Really? Well, he's not a very good teacher then, is he?
No, they get sidetracked.
Ben,
Well, some people are saying here, there are some people wondering whether or not that actually was turkey. It did look sort of like a bologna.
It looked a little bit like a bologna, but I don't know. Bologna's usually pretty thick. Bologna's always, yeah.
It's that thin turkey meat. I'm trying to find the name of it. Thin turkey meat. I'm Googling it, and if this comes up as pornography, it is the, no, not Will. It's the Budigs. It's the Budig.
Mm-hmm.
Roasted turkey.
Like Buttigieg?
No, not like Buttigieg. It is 57 cents, so you can't really see it there. You can't
I can't see. Put it in the middle of the camera.
That is 57 cents right there. That's what she was eating.
Yeah. That's
literally 57 cents. That animal died. That animal's life literally means nothing.
Oh no, but that animal's life, that 57 cents. I mean, that is one turkey is probably what, 500 of those packets?
Well, I honestly, do you think I don't think it's straight from the turkey to those packets. I imagine that's a slurry of intestinal meat and whatever else is on there. And I'm certain there's a whole bunch of squirrel in there and there's a whole bunch of whatever else kind of gets in the machine.
Well, you're allowed to have a little bit of poop for the rats and the mouse. You're allowed a few insect legs in there as well.
I'm getting a lot of people saying and backing me up about my love for boar's head and about boar's head is the ways to go when it comes down to a standard.
They just monopolized the market. Boar's head is actually horrible meat. Go to the Midwest.
You are just a person that does not understand
Boar's head is
some things have to be set at a default that works for everyone.
When Boar's Head monopolized the market in New York, it was the beginning of the end.
For New York City? That was it?
New York City.
Oh, that was it? It wasn't the Chinese?
No, it was not.
Buying everything?
The Chinese.
The Russians
the Russians.
You're talking
about the oligarchs.
I'm talking the oligarchs.
Actually were a great benefit to New York. China.
No, I'm talking about the millionaires buying up all the big super condos and then leaving them empty.
Yeah, well, those are the billionaire oligarch class of the world.
That's right, and they are running New York City. Ben Kissel, this next video is for you. I know how much you love robots, so let's.
This is the most controversial view that I have, is my disdain and my contemporary understanding of the future of what the robots are going to bring when it comes to the demise of the human race. But a lot of people like robots.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Maybe this robot will change your mind.
Looks like he's getting blown.
Just
Good afternoon.
End it. End the suffering. Oh my God! What is
he just came. He's perfectly healthy after coming back from the hospital with COVID. He's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. He's actually stronger than before.
This is literally what he did every single day in the mirror to be like, this is how straight men look. Men
always run.
Oh, I like that. Look, yeah, like a straight man. Yeah. Mary Todd, I would love to have sex with you.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Look at him. Well, he's very tired there. Well, good for him. I don't know. I think it's good.
What is this for?
This is a animatronics expo. It's a robots expo, and they're showing all of the things that they can do with animatronics using the model of Abraham Lincoln.
He's particularly boring. We don't have any video of him. Why not just do somebody more exciting?
Who would you choose?
Who would you choose?
Chris Farley. Why can't we bring Farley back? That's because guy in a little coat. I'd be like, oh my God, even as a robot, it's funny.
But think about this: Abraham Lincoln, he's really skinny. You don't have to use as much material. If you're using Chris Farley, you're going to have to use
sizeism.
I'm merely talking about how much plastic you have to use.
Then make it Don Knotts.
You sound like a real sizist corporation for a robot empire. That's what this is.
Purely speaking, from a practical standpoint, I think Don Knotts
put fat on anything.
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
I already said Don Knotts. Yeah, Don Knotts would be great.
I liked it when Marcus said it.
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts. Don't be mad at me.
But doesn't Don Knotts kind of look like Abraham Lincoln already?
A little bit.
Honestly, what about a woman with big breasts?
Marcus says you can't do it.
Well, I mean, that's not as much mass as all of Farley.
Farley and Tommy Boy wasn't actually that fat. I just rewatched it again for like the 80th billionth time. I can quote every single line from that movie.
Oh, I can watch it up the top. I know that whole film back and forth. Yeah. Paper House asks, how much would you pay for an animatronic L. Ron Hubbard, Henry? And no joke, I did look into purchasing a bust of LRH that had come from one of his homes, like this bus, and it cost $1,200. And I was like, I just can't yet.
No, you can't. You won't be allowed to have any more money if you do that.
It is just, I mean, you spent $2,500 on the championship belt, but that's a championship.
Yeah, but you can wear a championship belt, and
Yeah.
you would. Yeah, I mean, I actually held it yesterday for about 5 minutes. I was watching Monday Night Raw, and I just kind of walked around with it, and Puffin looked at me with a lot more respect. Jerry was behaving himself, and everyone
Makes a
really
good
understood
point.
that was the champ.
It makes a good point. If you were to buy a $1,200 bust of L. Ron Hubbard, we would have to start like giving you an allowance.
I
Natalie's
know.
gonna
It's
kill
like,
you with it. Natalie is literally just going to kill you with it. She's going to hit you over the head with it. It's the perfect way for you to die.
of course, the
Can't do
chat
it.
is very excited. The whole chat obviously wants me to purchase it. And I know that, yeah, and I feel
It's
there's a
not their money.
societal pressure. Of course, it's not their money. They're gambling through me. They want to see me go live their dreams, like having an LRH bust. But the only way truly to be, I didn't want a solid LRH bust. I want one that I can open, and you could put candy in the top of it, or you can like reach in and pull out a gun. Like that would be fun as hell.
Oh, you know what you need to do? You need to get the L. Ron Hubbard bust. You open up the head, and there's a little button on the neck. You press the button. That's your secret bathroom.
Yes. When one day I will
You're
fucking
going to pee inside of his chest. It
I
opens
would-
his head, and that's where what are you talking about?
No, you press the button, and a door opens to
Oh, it
reveal.
connects to something.
It reveal. It's like the Batcave. It reveals
haven't
his
even-
secret bathroom.
Natalie's working on a project that's having her getting really, really intense with David Miscavige information. She's getting really, really, and she turned to me today, and I'll straight up say, she's like, I'm not going to fully grant this to you, but I can sort of see how David Miscavige was the actual downfall of Scientology and the LRH in his ways. And I was just like, you just said LRH.
Wow, it's the little wins in a marriage that make it so fun.
And I listened to that project that she's working on, and it's fucking great. But I notice a couple of times she does very casually say LRH, I noted it. I noted it.
That's what happens. I mean, we all learn. We all grow.
L. Ron Hubbard. I mean, that sounds like the guy who says, "Don't go down that road. Most people don't come back."
Well, I mean, if we want to talk about more like, I don't know, big bumbly guys that are just walking down the road having a good time, we want to talk about that. It's well, actually, let's see a video of someone with
You know how big
body.
guys walk around
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah. Well, let's watch a video that.
Oh, there he is.
look at him.
There he goes.
Oh my God. Just going to court.
Blah, 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 loving his roof.
Oh, man.
All right. Ooh, hot chick. See, that's what happens sometimes if you're just stylish. A hot chick will notice you.
This is like Phantasm. Is that going to be the other world? No, it's just the door.
We're not going to become Scientologists, thick boy. We're not going to become Scientologists because I don't
I'm
want
not.
them to have my money.
I'm not, they also have no more power. The only thing they can do is protect actors from the 90s who have caught allegations.
Yeah, I don't
the
need
only
that.
thing that
I
they
don't
do.
need that help. I would have needed casting help, but I should have joined 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's over.
But
And
that's the thing, is that any of the money you would have made from those acting jobs, you would have just given right back to Scientology. So
Catch
it wouldn't have
22.
done you any good.
Yes,
And
but at the
Scientology-
same time, I would have been number one, hanging on the side of planes, not thinking about dudes. And I would have been any sort of, I guess, Scientology parties. It did sound really rough, especially when you like had to go to Tom Cruise's birthday party and you had to go, Tom, and like that was your whole life.
Don't they get high on like oxygen or something? Don't they be like, well, if you breathe really like a bunch and you hit yourself with a hammer, it's like you're having fun? Don't they do stuff that's no good, like when it comes to parties?
I don't know.
Whippets
I think-
or something?
I remember the oxygen parties. I remember hearing about that they do love to just breathe oxygen out of a tank and
People,
Doing that?
take into the essence of the earth or something.
oxygen was a thing, though. Do you remember
Oxygen
oxygen bars?
I remember that, yeah.
Did you ever
And
go to
now-
one?
And now they could, honestly, we need them during COVID.
Yeah.
Why aren't this would have been the oxygen bar boom. This would have been the greatest pandemic for them.
Yeah, Kissel, lay it down. That's the truth.
I think maybe Kissel, that might be a new project for Kissel Money Management. I don't know.
Kissel Money Management, boom, flip it. We got that new shirt out. If you are looking for someone that is going to help you with all of your money concerns, give Ben Kissel your money, and money will no longer be a concern of yours.
Once I was in Las Vegas, I won a lot of money. I won $1,800 last time I was there on the slot. So I'll invest your 100, see what we can't do on the Wheel of Fortune slot.
He invests it.
Yeah, it is an investment, isn't it? It really is. Yeah. Now, usually not a good return, but that's okay.
Let's see another video.
Yeah, but hey.
Oh, look at that beautiful man.
I feel like roasted already. I feel like.
Oh. This is so fun. Oh, gosh. I love Gimli. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Love is real. Get on this man. Share that banana, Mr. Wise.
That guy, his YouTube channel is Eating Things. It's just called Eating Things. It's fucking, he puts himself in Titanic, Jurassic Park. It's a wonderful YouTube channel.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
True question, banana and chocolate syrup. Is that actually a good combo?
Oh yeah, buddy.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah, banana split.
Oh yeah.
You ever had a full on
I never had a banana split.
Banana split?
No, I never have.
Kissel. Oh, Kissel.
I always thought there
Even
were
my
Dairy,
friends-
Dairy Queen used to have one. I was like, that's what grandpas get. I get
We
the butterscotch.
One day, I'm gonna take you. We're going to get the biggest, nastiest, widest banana split together.
Really? Do you promise?
And we are going to split it. Because Marcus, please come.
Oh, you have to split it? No, because by that point, it's all just a slurry of your saliva. It's probably what started a series of pandemics. Perhaps the Black Plague began over.
I'm clean.
No, I don't care if you're clean or not. I don't want to dip my spoon in the same thing that you're dipping your spoon in, because after all the hot syrup melts, it's disgusting. And
Yeah.
then what are you doing? Just eating banana with your friends?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Ben on this one. I don't want to I don't want to spoon what the two of you have spooned.
I just offered.
Spoon when I spoon.
Take Kissel to my own personal favorite place where I've had a banana split. And I am not going to sit with my friends of over a decade.
Oh my God.
To sit. We've all been in room. We've all seen each other's dicks. We've all eaten each other's
No, we
shit.
haven't. We
We've
haven't
all
done-
group fucked a dog together in a room
we
in
definitely have
Tulsa.
not
You
done.
remember. You don't want to talk about it. But
What
guess
do I
what? So
feel
we
like-
can't share a banana split together?
Why do I feel like you're going to take me to an abandoned shed where something horrible happened to you when you were 11 years old, and you're like, this is where I had my first banana split.
This is my
and
friend
now you're the
Banana.
banana. Yeah,
now you
exactly.
got to split. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and then he's just like,
Get it? Like you
that
need to
way
go
the
to therapy.
chocolate syrup go.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
No, it's ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I also want to ask Ben, you said that banana split was an old person's treat. You would rather
Yes.
have butterscotch.
Dipped ice
Which,
cream.
To me,
dipped
butterscotch
ice cream.
is one of the most. It is an old person. That's an old person treat.
No. They didn't have the ability to have
Butterscotch in
dipped
some
ice
circles.
cream until the 90s.
That is not true.
That is true.
You know that
Yes, it is.
butterscotch
You
is
showed
often
me a
called.
dip cone before 1990, and I'm not even lying. They didn't have the technology because Dairy Queen was like, "We did it. We found a way to get a ice cream that was solid enough to be dipped in hot liquid."
I am going to say this right now.
and
I
it was
am not
unbelievable.
even going to. I'm not even going to entertain your line of thought because just
That's
the
true.
amount of blowback that we're receiving already.
No,
that people are saying
You
the
show
chat
me-
is exploding. The
show
chat is
me 1980.
exploding with rage about your narrow view of ice cream history.
What are you showing up with a horse and buggy to get your banana split to go back to your wife that's also your sister? This is ridiculous.
Anarcho physicist said Adolf Hitler loved butterscotch. That is 100% true.
He loved butterscotch. I'm not talking Werther's freaking original. That's what fascists use because it's not actual candy and it gives you the illusion of fun.
The truth is,
Werther's
Originals is for groomers.
Yes, I know that. I'm talking about a dipped cone. They didn't do it until the 90s.
Okay. Everybody's flipping out. We're losing everyone. We're losing.
So you're talking about a dip. You're talking about a ice cream.
The actual process
in
of
butterscotch
dipping or chocolate or raspberry. The actual process was invented in the 90s. They did not do it in the 80s. They didn't have the ability. Ice cream was too soft back then. Wow, weak. You show me an example of anything dipped in ice cream.
I'm calling an ice cream history expert, and I'm bringing him onto the Patreon. That's what we're gonna do.
Honestly, I would love to talk about an ice cream.
I honestly think that this is all just an excuse for me to talk to somebody who can get me to the source.
I love history through different kind of ends because I guarantee you could assume what's happening in the country based on the history of the ice cream. Same thing with music. or sport. You can understand the history that coincides with it. You don't necessarily.
Everybody, people are arriving just to yell at you on the stream. He can't even see the chat. He can't even see the chat. He has no clue. I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah.
But it's good though. We'll do it for good put. That's actually a really good idea.
That's a very good idea. Okay. Well, let's get a palate cleanser going. This is a real quick palate cleanser.
Kissel looks so fucking insulted and so offended.
No, I'm not. It's fine. I just guarantee it. I know what's true. I know what's true. I don't need anyone else.
Fuck! Shit!
Oh,
you're still alive!
Oh, the deer is fine.
Yeah. Let's watch it again, but listen for the reaction.
Fuck! Shit! You're still alive!
He's still alive!
I think that's what killed the guitar player for Metallica. That's incredible.
Yeah, those deer can survive all kinds of shit, man.
Well, they're very dense.
I hit like 3 deer. Obviously, growing up in Wisconsin, you just hit deer sometime, and I've never killed one. Never killed one. Maybe do they die later, though?
I don't know. Sometimes
a lot of times they do, yeah.
God, fucking, that's what happened to Eddie Van Halen.
The Mozart of our time.
He couldn't make it across the street.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that there is a bigger dent if you hit a deer versus hitting a person?
Yes.
I think doesn't the deer like jump more than the person does or something?
The one time I was hit by a car, I jumped up onto the hood.
Yeah.
But he was like he was doing a rolling stop through a stop sign. He wasn't looking at me, and then I jumped up onto the hood.
I think it seems like you had the ability to just get out of the way.
No, I was very fat.
So
I was a wide target. No, what happened was that the guy was coming in. He wasn't looking at me. I was crossing the street with my dashiki. This is like during college, so I was just like, oh. And the guy came through, and he didn't properly stop, and then he just rolled through. Obviously, maybe he was reading or something, and then I did the thing where it came in close, and I went, oop, and got up on top, and I dented the fuck out of his hood. And then I rolled off, and he was like, what the fuck, man? And I was like, you're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me. I'm going to school.
It definitely seems like you could have avoided the accident. Perhaps you caused it.
I would imagine at that, because I've seen pictures of you at that time in your life, and at that point in your life, you were heavier than any deer.
I was 300 pounds. No, yeah. I think deers go up to like a grand.
No.
Are you thinking moose or elk?
Yeah,
I'm thinking all these fucking animals.
You're thinking of bears or elephants or something.
No, I thought a deer gets real big.
No, deers don't get that big. Maybe 350, 400, I would think.
The biggest deer is like 400 pounds, and maybe a gigantic mule deer will get up to like 300.
But they won't mess up a car.
Yeah,
but they need that protein shake.
Whitetail deer, it's about 150 pounds.
That's it.
Wow, that's it. So I can fucking beat one to death.
Yeah.
I didn't think that.
Deer are pretty brutal, though, man. You got to be very careful.
I'm not trying to attack deer. I leave them alone mostly.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just like to see them. I'm still the type of city boy that, like, if I just see a deer anywhere, I know for most people they view it as pests, but Nat and I are both like, it's a deer.
What do you think wins, a deer or a wild hog?
Wild hog.
Wild hog.
You think a wild hog? What about a big buck, a handsome buck, big balls, big horns versus a wild? Because I think the wild boar is one of the more underrated animals that goes and roams. They're killers, but I think
they are.
buck is pretty solid.
Yeah, I have to deal with them. Yeah, I grew up around wild boar. They're vicious fucking animals. Huge too. Big
and
tusks.
Terrible conversationalists.
They'll chase you up a tree, man. And they will if you hit a wild boar with the car, since they're so low to the ground and so dense, you'll go flying up into the fucking air.
That'd be cool, man. I pay to see that fight though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
What
no
about a
reason to
deer?
attack each other though.
What about a deer versus a guy named Wild Hog?
Ooh. Is he covered in any kind of oil? Because then he would be slippery, in which case I would give it to the man named Wild Hog. Otherwise, I think it's going to be the deer. Because the deers are big chompers.
What if the deer was on fire?
Oh, well, then it's a magical deer. If it's not dying.
This is what I'm doing
like
for my
Red Dead
40th.
Redemption.
This is going to all be wrapped into my 40th birthday. Seeing all these little ideas.
See, that's the thing. The deer is on fire, and the deer will die pretty fast, but there's a time limit on the fight. You've got to pin the deer within 20 seconds.
Well, then you're gonna catch on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you're the one that plays stupid games with stupid prizes.
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna skunk you.
Is Wild Hog tough enough, though? That's the question.
Wild Hog depends on how much time he's seen. I mean, if you look at some of these people in Love After Lockup, they've seen a lot of fucking shit.
Yikes.
They really have.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Let's see another video.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Magic.
Oh, shit, it's
Honestly,
David
what-
Blaine.
What a lucky day for this guy. Mary Poppins.
And David Blaine. Also, hey, ggmaniac, he came onto the stream illegally. He's not supposed to. Whoa, holy shit.
Oh, how high is he getting up there? Maybe 10
Whoa.
Oh, he's only about 2 feet higher than that guy who's probably 5'10". I mean, that's awesome now.
Yeah, going
Yeah,
7,
do
10
you have
feet in
any
the air.
context for that?
No. It's just all I know is what is it? Van blown away by strong wind on patio umbrella in Turkey.
That's cool as hell, man. Turkey's got crazy wind.
Yeah.
I guess so. Big umbrellas.
Man, that's fucking sweet. That's gotta be fun to fly in the sky. But at the same time, you couldn't pay me to get into a hot air balloon.
No. Hot air balloons crash all the time. People
They're
die in
just
hot air balloon crashes constantly.
They're run by carnies.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most frivolous way to travel because you're attached to a child celebration toy, and then you go up into the sky, and it's just some guy who's fucking hammered half the time, and the only thing that steers you is pure fire.
David Blaine just did the up stunt, didn't he? Didn't he just do the thing where he was connected to a bunch of balloons?
You went to a yeah, he did a lot of balloons. Did he lived, right?
He doesn't die.
Doesn't die.
You know what he's gonna die? I feel like what he's gonna die of is something real stupid.
Well, he's gonna have the Houdini death where it's just like, punch me. I bet no, actually somebody just randomly punched him. It's gonna be something totally random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
He's
he's
gonna
in
get.
control, he's not dying.
I'm hoping he either dies by fucking big cat attack. That's fun as hell. Like fucking Siegfried. Finally, COVID got Siegfried.
Yeah.
What, COVID got Siegfried? I thought the cat got Siegfried.
No, the cat did get, or one of them.
I think the cat got Roy.
But then he also, I believe, he died from COVID.
Are they both dead?
I think one's alive because I have a candle that burns, that has been burning since discovering them, and I feel that if both of them died, the candle would just burn out.
You know, I'm going to be surprisingly sad when Carrot Top dies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be very sad when Carrot Top dies. He's only like fucking 10 years older than us.
Yeah. Roy died of COVID-19.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Do we know that did it have stripes on it?
He was 75.
Okay. Well,
Well,
Eddie Van Halen was
75.
only
That's a good
65.
age.
Eddie died too young at 65. Willie Nelson's still around.
Willie Nelson's COVID's not going to get Willie Nelson because the fucking THC kills it, dude.
Yes, indeed. I read that.
They saying that the fucking weed's killing the COVID, dude. I'm safe.
They said the same thing about nicotine. And I thought, I'm chewing so much fucking nicotine gum and eating so many lozenges. I've got to be fine.
Yeah, man, you say it, dude.
I mean, look at how smart I am.
Take a look at this fucking guy. He's full of nicotine.
This guy is. Look how smart this guy is.
He makes his neurons fire extra fast. You love that nicotine. He's too smart for COVID.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
I don't know who they are, but I do like them.
That's right. All right, let's see another video. This is a fun argument, let's say, on the home shopping channel. A discussion, a bit of a discussion.
I love that.
This
color.
is our
That's
all of
such
our
a
future. by the way.
happy, beautiful, rich.
It almost kind of
experience.
looks like what the Earth looks like when you're a bazillion miles away from the planet Moon.
Yes, I
The
just
planet
squinted
Moon,
at it,
from
and you're
the
right.
Moon, looking back
From the
at the
planet
Earth.
Moon. From the planet
Isn't the
Moon.
Moon a star?
No, the moon is a planet, darling.
The sun is a star. Is
Well,
the Moon really a planet?
The moon is a planet.
Don't look at me
honey.
like that.
It's
The sun is
it's
a star.
Planet.
Is the sun not a star?
I don't know what the
You are
sun
not
is.
The sun is a
I don't
star,
know what
isn't
the
it?
sun is.
The sun is a star.
This woman,
The
Ben
Moon is
Kissel.
not a
The
planet.
moon
I
is
knew
a
it.
planet.
I knew it. You were
Excuse
trying
me.
to take
The
me
moon is a
down
planet.
that road.
Wait,
the Moon is not
excuse
a
me,
planet.
Chunky,
Moon's a
if
moon.
you're listening to
This
me, you
is
have to
Rosebud.
Google the moon.
Someone, I
okay?
can
Star.
guarantee you someone's Googling right now.
The
Because
moon
I
is
knew it
such
was
a
not
planet.
a planet.
I can't
the
even
moon
stand
is
it.
not a planet.
You're gonna go
What
against
else
Isaac
is it if it's
Mizrahi?
not a
It is
planet?
not. I believe it's a star or something.
It's
it is
a
not a
moon. It's a moon.
Didn't you do that thing in grade school where you had to name the planets and there was Uranus and there was Saturn and the one with the rings and and then the Earth and the moon is never in there, dude. It's not a planet. All right, here, look. This is key lime.
I don't know.
I
I don't
feel
know
like
what it is
sometimes,
besides. What
though,
is it?
I
A
am
baseball or
educated. I
something?
exposed
What is
during
it?
the
Cheese?
show
Come on, it's a
this
planet.
Oh,
line
Isaac
of mine.
Mizrahi.
Isaac
would be
Mizrahi
Okay.
turns
the
down
moon is
it.
what?
To be fair, these outfits
A
are horrible.
natural
The moon is a
Isaac
natural
Mizrahi should
Things
be
satellite.
ashamed.
live on it.
What's
That
that
means it's a
mean?
planet. I don't know.
Is that what Google said?
I don't know what
No,
it
I don't
says.
like that at all. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
what
right,
that
Chet. The
means.
moon's a goddamn hologram. What is it about you hit a certain age and they just assume the way you should dress is somewhere between an orderly and a circus tent? Like, why do you?
I think they're getting you
Put
ready
that-
for the hospital gown.
It's
I
just
think it
scrubs.
gets you ready. Yeah. I
It's
think
just
that's really
a
it.
thing. I understand. I mean, we're all the quarantine joke of like, I haven't worn a belt in 6 months. I understand the need for fucking like soft clothing, but how soft is the clothing gonna get? I mean, you have completely abandoned any sort of structured pant. But I don't. But you're also, and I'm not. This is not an insult. You're a bigger man, right?
I'm working on. I'm doing October, which I'm cutting down my BLs to lose the LBs.
Nice.
Because I got to get into flying shape. Got to be able to sit in the seats.
Yeah.
And and the ladies are gonna get pretty excited once they see Bennett all strong again. I mean, I'm very strong. I'm already very strong.
You're
ladies.
physically strong. You're very physically strong. But I can see how, like, you wear a soft pant because but you also have very long legs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what companies you get jeans from. Do you get from Levi's?
He does
I go
Old Navy.
Old Navy, baby. I've gained 30 pounds and I'm still size 38. Old Navy continues to stretch along with me. I honestly think I am aging with Old Navy. Whatever fat man has created their pants, as he gets bigger, the size stays the same. But they are definitely not size 38 because I tried to wear when I was buying a suit for Mark.
Because then you start to think, be like, well, maybe I am a size 38.
No, and then I put out at the big and tall store. I put on a size 38, and then I couldn't get it, and then I was not a size 38.
But then somebody like me, who when I buy a suit specifically, my waist, even though I've lost as much weight as I have, my waist has stayed the same for a very long time. Like, I have a 34-inch waist that's still technically, but it's more of a 35-inch waist. With 36 pants are too loose and baggy on me, so I got to wear the 34s, and then that's fine. But underneath, so the waist stays exactly the same. It just sticks in. But then when I have to go buy a coat, my pants is much smaller than the coat size because then I got to buy a bigger coat size.
So you're telling me you wanted to get a graduation suit here at the dress barn? Is
I
that
am graduating from the school of life, and they said I can get a gun tomorrow.
No, the gown when graduating from the school life is a hospital gown, and you die.
And your death. It goes straight to death. Diarrhea City, yeah, funny. I don't have a 12-inch inseam. I have a 27-inch inseam. I have the tiniest legs.
34-27. That's your pant size?
Just like Sir
That's an
Mix-a-Lot said
insane
that he
pant
liked them.
size.
Yeah, I know. My pants are technically. I go to the Weeble Wobble store.
There is a little.
I don't know how to fix it. There's nothing to fix
5'8"
it.
and under. There's a 5'8" and under store, and it makes me feel funny because I feel like I finally was just like I go to big and tall stores. For the longest time, I was like I can shop like a normal person, but you can't.
Give it no, but under 5'8" shit is bad. The under 5'8" shit.
Because even the building is really short.
Yeah. I just think you're talking about that place on Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah, the building itself.
But
I
it's
go,
not.
like, am I Gandalf?
It is not like they don't have good clothes. It's the same thing with the I can't even say the other company because technically we shill for them. But the under 5'8" clothes all looks like stuff like it looks like sex tourist clothing.
Well, you want to have fun with it. Okay.
Let's see another video. Let's wash those baby sins away.
Aw, baby. Ray? What do these kids do wrong?
What is this?
I don't. Is this that HBO or Netflix show Cuties?
What is this
baby.
Donald Duck like Christian shit?
Honestly, not a cute baby. Baby.
I fucking hate this.
That looks like the kid who's about to get killed by Pennywise.
Get off! Get this fucking off of here!
Actually, I forgot I was supposed to introduce this as my own version of Will You Shut Off the Stream.
Oh my god!
That is. Oh! What? Uh-oh, he's a farmer. I'm a farmer. I'm at the beach. I'm a beach baby.
What is going?
Pina colada.
These kids, two of these kids have probably committed suicide by this point. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Look at that. It's cute. Oh, he's got a dog. Don't hit the ducks. Don't hit. He's speeding up to hit the ducks. You think that's appropriate? Hey. Oh my goodness. That balloon is no fun. Give the baby.
Oh, look at that little cop.
All the dreams. All the dreams.
Who wants this?
I know. That's what I just couldn't understand. It's like, who is this for? Is this
I
for
think
babies?
it's for babies. Yes, it's for
weird.
children.
It's like
Where's the
sometimes
cat?
I wonder.
What? Which part of the kid is my cat?
Kill it.
You're gonna eat that cat.
Djmaniac is threatening to commit suicide via silica gel packet if you continue to play this video.
Don't do it, DJ. Get back to work.
And you made it through. Congratulations, everyone.
Ugh.
You made it through. Happy day.
The song was nice, although babies immediately start feeling existential dread. They feel it
They do.
immediately.
It's that look of
You
like
think that you got a break as a kid, but in reality, it was a horrible experience the whole
It's-
time through.
very scary as a kid. You're tripping balls all the time. Your brain's literally changing size.
Yep, every damn day.
And everybody's trying to sell you to fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Do you think that some certain types of videos are made, and this is like maybe deeper than this goes, but the concept that they do these little videos that make some specifically Christian women like they're like uterus throb.
It's interesting what arouses the Christian lady to get a wet ass pussy.
But I don't even mean like sexually.
I think that they look like I think that they get aroused by the idea of reproduction.
They see the baby, and then at some point, I'm going to call them semen baskets, whatever the eggs are in, they get, I want to say they get more filled with the acceptance juice or something like that, or they see it and the eggs pulse, or there's something like that where they see that, and then the baby does something to their insides, and technically this is some form of way of actually adding to the Christian population.
We'll have to ask the Duggar family. She had 20, I believe. And but I think she ran out of pills though. I think she ran out of eggs. So.
I think women have like 100 eggs.
They got a lot of
have
eggs.
more than that.
But they only make a certain amount.
They have more than that, but not as many as you think.
Well,
I'm just glad that we don't have a single woman we can ask.
Well, you guys have wives.
Yeah.
They don't want to ask these. They don't want to answer these questions anymore.
She doesn't know off the top of her head how many eggs she got.
Yeah, they don't get a pamphlet that say like, "Oh, this is what happens with your fucking eggs all day."
Yeah.
They do. Actually, they do. They have
Yeah.
all. There's a lot of education for them.
Mr. Scrooge knew every single coin that was in his vault. 1, 2, 3, and look at the leprechaun. He haunted Las Vegas because somebody stole 1 coin.
But he also only had 100 coins.
Yeah, but you just do the math. You just break it out. I mean, it's just an algorithm, isn't it? It's the difference.
Yes, I know, Blonde Demon. I know that they're ovaries. I've heard the term ovaries.
Oh, they're not semen baskets?
No, I know, but I was just trying to spin it for the kids. Trying to make it cool.
Ovaries isn't fun. It's not fun to say the name.
Yeah, ovaries.
I'm
just
over
kinda,
it.
Because
Over it.
ovaries just sounds like you're about to say your ovaries have cancer.
Oh.
Or I want to say your salty fun bags are all filled with child.
Yeah.
All right.
Henry, this next video, this is for you. How long has it been since you've been able to eat something gross? Like pig brains or something like brains. How long has it been since you've been able to eat brains?
He's making it at home himself. He's buying it at Ralph's.
No, I don't. I actually don't trust myself to make that kind of stuff on my own. And then I have had enough nurses write in after we talked about it last time about the prions.
Yeah.
You have to be careful how much you eat. But the last time I had something truly, when I had sweetbreads in Atlanta.
You're not bread.
In January.
It's balls. Just so
Yeah, January. I had sweetbreads. Yeah.
In January. Okay. So, well, maybe, this video, it's a bit long, but it's worth it. This might whet your appetite for more brains.
Why? I just don't understand why anyone on a menu, there are so many other options other than balls. And then the people just eat anyway.
I'll eat balls over brains.
Balls are delicious. You had them in Oklahoma City. You loved them.
No, I did not like it. It was deep
You
fried.
did like it. Yeah, I saw the smile on your face.
Anything deep fried is good.
Okay, what is this? Okay, this is going to be good. All right.
Pig brains.
It's
Day
a big
one.
brain. Oh, my God.
You know what the thing about when I've had brains is that they're just so loose.
Yeah.
It's like a gelatin.
Yep. Day 3.
And the way they fry, when I've had them, I've had them very, 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 either I've had them broiled, which is cool, and it gets sort of like a caramelization at the top.
Is there a heat lamp on this? Is this at a Kentucky Fried Chicken? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Oh, they're just leaving it out.
They're just leaving it out and letting nature take its course.
Well, now,
hey man, looks like somebody took their brain out so they can go vote.
Pigs can't vote.
Honestly, we should be voting if you can.
Oh,
should try to
God.
You can't eat the brains, Henry.
No,
But
you
the
can't.
maggots can.
Oh, my God, Mark.
Give him to the maggots.
What is the point of this? This is not scientific. This is Mengele-esque.
No, man, this is science. This is
What
science.
is the science?
Here come the maggots.
Yay! Everybody's going to school. It's brain school.
Slowly but surely, the brain is.
You know what though? But then they've also, you can make brains in a soft way where you cook it with a lot of butter and you cook it with eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you make them in a hard way?
Well, you fry them. You can make it probably into a form of nugget.
Yeah, but you could make brain nuggets, couldn't you? Kind of like livers, like chicken livers and chicken gizzards.
I love chicken livers.
Where did the maggots come from? What was the name of that scientific theory that proved to be false? Spontaneous generation. I believe it was called spontaneous regeneration.
I believe
honestly,
maggots.
where did the maggot come from? Where
come
was it?
from fucking, I don't know, Stephen Miller's family.
I'm really not sure either, because I had some old meat that I'd thrown away in my trash can out back, and that trash can is airtight. It's one of those metal airtight trash cans, and then when I open it up a few days later, there was maggots all in that meat.
I don't know how
everywhere.
they get it. I don't know how they get there.
I don't know how they get in there.
I don't know, but look at these, and then he's just scraping them up because I guess they all go to. Is that just what's left of the brain? They must have introduced the maggots, honestly.
I think he introduced the maggots.
What is the experiment? If there
Oh,
was...
yeah, you said Peggy Kill. Do you want a pork pie or a sausage roll? A sausage roll.
Sausage roll. Do you want a pork pie or a sausage roll?
Sausage roll. Sausage roll.
Ooh, I want to hear that one again. I want to hear that song again.
Look at that. They completely eat it away until there's nothing left.
And then they starve to death because they ate too much.
Human ingenuity.
And you'll also see some of the maggots are eating the maggots who've fallen. They'll start eating the dead maggots. They make no distinction in organic material.
They're really very interesting. Maggots are because What else? What are they good for? They know you still use them on wounds.
Yeah, they eat away dead flesh.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
But honestly, I don't eat brains as much anymore because they're not that palatable.
Brains?
Yeah, they're not that
What's your
great.
favorite organ meat?
I mean, I love sweetbreads.
Sweetbreads.
That's the balls. You love to eat.
No, that's hard. That's what's it?
I thought sweetbreads were the brains.
No,
Or that's head cheese.
Sweetbreads is what's it's the gland. Like it's these glands. It's the ones that are here.
Lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes.
Ah.
Interesting.
I'm a liver man
All right,
myself.
I think we saw enough.
But Amber was
person
saying
can
because
end the
Amber's been
experiment.
cooking a lot of liver in L.A.
Yeah.
And
That's
she
good.
can't get the taste out of it. My problem is that like straight up beef liver
If
is
you
not
have
really
to
a
get
thing
the
for me.
taste out of the meat, it's not good. Good Lord. If you buy meat and you're like upset that you can't get the taste of the meat out of the meat, you got to buy different meat. No one thinks about that when it comes to T-bone. They want the meat flavor in because it tastes good.
Well, you have to. It depends on how you make it. Because with livers, you make it like you could fry it up with a bunch of onions.
Yeah, but
if you
have to distract from the flavor of the meat to make it palatable,
But no,
just don't eat the meat.
It's good while you're eating it. It's what comes after. It's like for like onions. I love onions, but I hate the taste that I have in my mouth for like hours and hours afterwards.
See, I like all of that. It's a memory.
Marcus, you also don't like cilantro. You have a very strange palate.
Yeah, well, that's not that strange. There are plenty of people who hate cilantro with the
Cilantro is on everything.
I know it sucks. It's terrible. I hate it. That's why I can never live in LA because it's
likes
in everything.
No, it's because it's on everything because people love it, notoriously love it. That's
People
what
like it's actually like the opposite. Is that 90% of people like it?
Yeah, that's why it's on everything.
I hate it.
I don't even notice that it's on everything. I just eat it. I'm like, oh, this is very tasty.
I eat cilantro. That's the only taste that's in my mouth for 24 hours afterwards.
You're very particular with taste and texture.
I'm a super taster.
You eat nothing but what did you super taster?
Yeah, I taste flavors
Wait a
much
second.
stronger.
Is this how you picked up Carolina?
Hey, Doug. You ever been with a super taster?
What does that? You're a self-diagnosed. You're self-diagnosed super taster. No one's called you a super taster before.
I mean, I know what a super taster is. I read about a super taster and I said, that sounds like me.
Your favorite breakfast is an English breakfast, which is ketchup, beans,
No.
and hot dogs.
No, that's not even close to what an English breakfast is.
It's a lot of sausage
there's
meats,
no
but all the
beans? There's no
sausage
beans?
meats.
There's no beans.
Yeah,
they all kind
the
of
only thing
blend
you got
together.
right is beans. But there's not ketchup. It's beans, it's
I'm
toast,
actually
it's
gonna side
black
with Kissel
sausage,
here
it's
and say-
blood pudding.
The flavor profiles are all very similar of all of the foods on the British breakfast platter.
But they're wonderful. I love British food so much.
just
Why
don't
isn't there?
think you're a super taster.
I just want British food. There's one British food place here around in New York City that's open right now, and I want
Marcus,
British food all the time.
Actually,
know
they
that
have that
all I want.
The bar around the corner from you has really good fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips is fine. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips is the only good British food.
It's fine. It's just fish.
Marcus, you do
Just fried
understand.
fish.
Every joke has a bit of truth to it.
Uh-huh.
For 300 years, Americans have been making fun of British food.
I know.
Saying that it's bad.
No, I don't
There's
get
no
it.
salt,
Get a
there's
bad
no
rap.
flavor.
The food
bad
in
rap.
the UK was some of the worst shit I've ever had.
No, the food in Scotland was awful.
Yes.
The food in England is great. The Scottish food is fucking garbage. English food, now that's wonderful. Meat pie.
I will say this about English food because they are colonizers. The Indian food is phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
That has nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
That's not their culture.
I had some crazy diarrhea from some Indian food in England. It was great.
I had a vindaloo that literally I was upset that I was eating it halfway through, but then you just keep on going back for more.
Yeah, and Vindaloo was created in London, over on Brick Street. I think it's called Brick Street, where all the Indian food restaurants are. Wonderful.
Oh, someone's a fucking tour guide.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Well, speaking of other cultures, other languages, let's check out what's going on in Germany.
Oh, Germany.
Ah, yes. The very cultured people of Germany.
They're very diverse over there. You remember, we saw.
I love Germany.
Yeah, they have so much. There's so many different types of white in Germany. It's incredible.
Berlin.
Some people are more gray. Some people are more pink.
Auf dem Land. Der Brüllen. Schweine, Krononononononozen.
I think those are pigs. That's a giraffe. That's a horse.
What is a cow?
Those are crabs.
Schnurren.
Yep.
It's interesting that the eyes are open because in Germany, a lot of times they did like that. They did, what? No, nothing to see.
Honestly, this is very wholesome for Germany.
Well, you have no idea what he's saying. He's literally talking about extermination.
There has to be something he's saying.
Does anybody know German? Does anyone?
I took 2 years of it, and I got no clue.
No clue. Okay.
No clue. I know
Anyone in
that
the
for
chat?
clumped.
Oh wow! Look at all the different people that were involved.
That took. I mean, there was a lot of hands in there.
Yeah.
That was a lot of hands.
Why,
Yeah.
why did they name them something different than their actual names? Because you could have just easily not gone through that creative step.
I don't know.
Well,
You know, I really like that video.
2011.
You know,
Okay.
but truly, because when you hear Germany and you see a bunch of hand puppets, the first thing I'm thinking, well, someone's going to piss all over this. No one did.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right.
Oh, here we go. Djmaniac coming to save the day. Those are the animals' names in German.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow. Djmaniac speaks German, huh?
Well, very intriguing. He's
Well,
a
he
fan
knows
of
some
fetish,
animals' names.
at
Mhm.
least. That's
Mhm.
What was
great.
it? I guess they were crabs.
Mhm.
Look at-
Oh, there was the crab. That makes a bit of sense.
Cow and so on.
I saw all the shit. I just like art. And honestly, it's better that they're doing hand art than developing new systematic ways to kill a whole genre of person.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I
Gotcha.
agree as well.
I got you on that. How do you feel with that? You Kissel maniacs? Yeah, I got him to agree that generational fucking genocide is bad. Ha! Fucking got your ass.
I'm very presidential. Ask me if I like white supremacists. Ask me if I like white supremacists. I say no.
No.
How long has it been since y'all seen Lethal Weapon?
Oh,
It's been a
Any
long
of 'em.
time because Nat's not a huge fan of Mel Gibson, and I can't.
oh my God! You watch Tom Cruise. You know what Tom Cruise did to Steph?
That is also not a fan of Tom Cruise.
Miss Holmes.
I like Tom Cruise in his movies. I think he's a very good actor. Very small.
Well, if one thing you know about Lethal Weapon, saxophone. Full of saxophone. Wonderful.
Saxophone. Because that was back when saxophone was still rock and roll.
Yeah.
What was the
You know-
saxophone in Lethal? I remember the guy on the toilet being like, "I can't do this much longer. I'm getting up there."
The
No,
saxophone was a constant presence throughout all the Lethal Weapon movies.
Wait a second. Is that your version of I'm getting too old for this shit?
I don't know if I can do this too much longer. I'm getting up there.
This is all the instances of saxophone in Lethal Weapon.
No, because he's on the houseboat. It is kind of sexy.
Oh, I love the sax.
Bird Gosh, yeah, sax was rock and roll. It always was.
Love the glove. What's Donald Glover doing now? I could go for more if he's still.
He was just in a movie not too long ago.
Look at these young cats.
He's not too old for this shit. He just got to the age for this shit.
Every lady loved Mel Gibson.
He knows what women want. Remember that?
He did.
That's right. Now I remember.
9 months later. Oh, that's the dream, baby!
Yeah, man. I love taking the buff.
Oh, that's the dream.
Yeah. Man, this is that was with the bus. That's a good scene.
Honestly, Donald Glover had some great.
Danny Glover. Danny Glover.
Oh, Danny. Yeah, Donald Glover. Right. Danny Glover. Love both Glovers. Love the gloves.
And the faster the sax blows, the harder you're supposed to honk legally. Like when he starts getting into that.
You know, there's not enough pier shots anymore. Nothing takes place at the pier anymore.
We stopped shooting at the pier.
Well, nothing
Why is
happens
that?
at the pier anymore.
Why not?
Because we're not making anything, so we're not shipping anything out.
There's still imports, exports.
As imports, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You got a gun? Not holding it right.
Oh, man. You remember the fight at the end with him and Gary Busey? That was a good fight.
Oh, love the views, too. This is the
Gary
who's
Busey
who.
Pet Judge. Surprisingly entertaining.
I bet.
Oh, I got to see that.
You'll like it.
And but you can feel how sad, but also like friendly it is. Man, he loves that bath.
Well, Danny's gone through with the ringer, man. He's been through it all.
He really has.
Wow, that's cool as hell. I like that.
I mean, honestly, Mel Gibson didn't have any change of clothes. Danny Glover, he was in his boxers, in a suit. He had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
I'm guessing Danny. I suppose he did just sort of have one outfit, Mel Gibson,
Like a lot of
throughout the entire.
Because he lived in a houseboat.
everything.
Oh, that's
Right.
right.
Not
Because
big
that's the whole
closet.
thing. The beginning is him just like doing karate on the beach and him just being like mad and just like drinking out of the bottle because his fucking wife left him. Only good cops are recently divorced cops.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes.
Because then they got something to fight for. They're trying to get her back.
Well, it's not easy when you're a cop. You're on the case. Look what happened to Patton Oswalt's wife. She got all into. She was hopped up because she was trying to catch the Golden State Killer.
She's not a cop. You know that, right?
And she's not even a cop. I know. That's what I'm saying. It was hard for her. She's just an author.
I mean, she had a lot of pressure, and she was just taking that cocktail. Got
Yeah.
Heath Ledger. It's bad out there. You got to be
Yes,
careful.
that.
You can't
Be
get
careful.
too relaxed.
Nope.
That's what I tell my therapist.
Yes,
I don't
indeed.
fucking allow myself to get too relaxed because then that leads to death.
That's right.
No, it could.
If you want to talk about getting relaxed, what relaxes you? Rock music, right? Makes you
hell
feel
yeah.
Rock
good.
music.
Rock
Yeah,
music
buddy.
relaxes you.
No,
Makes
I
you feel good.
I love a rock
I
tune.
think soul music, maybe a little folk music.
Soul
might
music, that
relax.
but let's just say rock music relaxes you. Ben.
It makes me.
that's
Just say it for the
opposite, but
fucking
let's
bit.
Let's just say it. Just say it for
But
a
it doesn't
second.
make
Say it
any
for a fucking
sense.
second.
Say it for a second.
He
I'm
obviously teed it up
I'm
so
not-
that you would
Yeah, but
say it.
Yeah, I'll say I'm not the most gifted improver in the entire world. Came up with a bit of a segue there. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, rock music relaxes you.
Yes, and.
For the
Gotta say it.
For the sake of argument.
Soul
Yeah.
music.
Soul music, folk.
And he is just being
Also-
a real obstructionist right now. He's being a real Mitch McConnell right now.
What? Oh, obviously, I always relax to rock and roll.
Of course. And what rock band is among the most relaxing? AC/DC.
Van Halen?
AC/DC.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
AC/DC.
yeah, AC/DC. But you heard all the AC/DC songs. You
Yeah, I've heard
everything.
every one of them.
Thunderstruck.
You've heard every single one of them. And
A whole lot of
AC/DC 's
Rosie.
They're not writing any new material.
Rock and roll singer. No, they are. They
just-
might be going back into. They might be going back into the recording studio. They might.
Maybe,
I don't
but
think
it's
they'd
not
have
going to
to-
be. It's not going to be classic AC/DC.
No, they don't have the ability to hold pens or type on a keyboard anymore.
You fuck you, fuck you. They
Lars
just.
Riddick.
They just were on tour, and we're gonna go see them.
So, since we're not going to get the AC/DC that we really love from the actual people, where we got to turn to robots.
You imagine being Angus Young. You're rocking. You're like, oh, can't wait to get back on the road. And then you look down in the front row, and it's just Henry.
Yeah.
It's just Henry's face.
Yeah, look at me, Angus. Look at me, Angus. Look at me.
So let's say that robots write an AC/DC song. How's it going to be? Let's check it out. This is an AC/DC song written entirely by robots.
Okay. Stop. Sounding pretty classic. They fucking nailed it.
That's a very good point. No one would notice if this was on the radio.
No clue.
Honestly, they don't need to write. Bone giving the balls. That's a lot of women because I'm a I'm not feeling relaxed, though.
No, I'm feeling pumped up.
Yeah, but I guess go pet a dog? I don't know.
Giving the fools.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Leave the puppy.
Balls. Big balls.
Wow. This might have been by name of that shit.
People want this video. People want this video.
If you want to see this video, go to the guy's name is Funk Turkey.
Brilliant. Oh, we're leaving?
Honestly, this is
my
the hardest
God.
I've laughed in a fucking while.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hail yourself. Love you.
Hail Satan. You have fun with the women. I don't think there is too much women with the balls.
You have balls.
Goodbye, everybody.